So one of the commonalities across seniors is Medicare, and exactly which of all the different possible Medicare plans that continue to change are appropriate. So here to talk about Medicare, Camron Varney.
All right, I'm Camron Varney. I'm a Medicare advisor. I feel like there's a large difference between advisor and salesman. And we're going to go through some red flags and some considerations for policies on Medicare and what you should look out for in the senior marketplace, because Medicare in the aspect of all of the senior safe plan and action is one of the most controversial elements of the retirement community and how it actually works. Everybody talks about it. It's something that can be, a real easy transition for some people, but some people really, really struggle with it and are given really bad advice. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through some of the red flags. Sorry. All right. So red flags and things to watch out for. I get it all the time. Every time that I sit down with a client that has been on Medicare before, that has had an insurance salesman or agent that they never heard from again after that they were enrolled into their Medicare insurance plan, okay? That's gonna fall under, what insurance do I have? I sit down with people so many times that have no idea what that insurance they actually have. They just have a card that they keep in their wallet that they showed to their doctor, and that's all that they know about it. That's it, okay? So that's a really, really important thing to understand and know what insurance that you have, because it changes all the time. The next one is, I can't understand these co-payments or why I have doctor bills. This is something that also goes really into depth on some points, but in others, it really is just that simple. They don't have a point of contact. It's a very important thing. So whenever you're sitting with a client, or if you're sitting at home yourself and you don't understand why that you're getting bills and what they're for, and your agent or you thought your plan said it was going to be covered, you don't understand your bills. I want to understand every bill that comes to my house. So for me, it's very important for my clients and for any clients of yours or the people that you know to understand their bills. Just moved into the area. This is a really, really important one, especially here in Florida, because it's a retirement community and state. There's a lot of people that move here from out of state that are either on Medicare or transitioning into Medicare as soon as they get here, because they're retiring. They're retiring here to the villages or to surrounding areas. So if you just move into the area, it opens a special time for you in your Medicare. So it's very important to understand that if you were on Medicare whenever you came to the state of Florida or to another state, that it opens a special enrollment period, because not all Medicare insurance travels to, it's varied by zip code. It's that specific. So you have to know that whenever you move to even a zip code, you could be, your insurance could not cover you whenever you get there. Okay, so you could go to the doctor and he say, oh, well, you don't have any insurance because it's canceled. I just moved to the area. Well, this is something that's a red flag, something you should always look out for or know, because your insurance will cancel if you move zip code and change your address. The next one is, my doctor doesn't accept my insurance anymore. Okay, I enrolled into this Medicare plan, but now I go to my doctor today and he doesn't accept my insurance anymore. What am I supposed to do? This is something that happens all of the time, because either the agent or the company that set up the individual with their insurance didn't do their due diligence to make sure that their doctor was either in network, or that they accepted the insurance, or if they were on their way out. There's more than one level of that you should check whenever you're signing up a new client or something to that nature in the industry. You check it on the formulary to make sure that they are accepting that plan of consideration. You also go one step further and you call the doctor. Then you call the plan. So there's a 3-check process that you make sure. Do your due diligence. It's a very important thing. Medicare is one of the biggest aspects of senior living. The next one is, I have a condition, cancer, COPD, heart disease, diabetic, end-stage renal disease. I can't change my insurance. I'm afraid that I won't get accepted somewhere else. Okay? There are special plans, they're called special needs plans for individuals with these types of conditions. So whenever you hear someone that says that I have this condition, I'm afraid to change my insurance, they should at least do a review, because without the review, they may not know that there's a plan that covers specific medication, coordination of care with COPD, heart disease, cancer, end-stage renal disease. End-stage renal disease is a very, very difficult thing to navigate by yourself, okay? So the review is important. The next one is, I can't afford good health insurance, okay? You sit down with individuals that have a low income or don't understand that there's programs out there that work specifically for low income seniors or Medicare recipients, okay? There is plans that don't cost anything for these seniors that still work with their specific needs, their medical needs, their financial needs, okay? There are ways, as long as you have an advocate in the industry that will work for you, not for themselves, we can get that much, much better, okay? This one we get a lot. My neighbor says this is the best plan, so this is what I got, okay? We get that one a lot, because that's just how it works. Good news, and your neighbor that is a salesman right beside you for 20 years, now he's retired, he's got what he thinks is the best thing because he never goes to the doctor and he doesn't use it. This is the best thing, this is what you need to get, this is what you need to get. This is something we get all the time. Please make educated decisions. You're going to hear me say that more than once today, but please make educated decisions. Don't do the, my neighbor said this is the one I need to get plan. The next one, I'm disabled and I can't get good health insurance because I don't qualify. This is a very common misconception. Whenever you're disabled, you are able to qualify for Medicare. There is a process, but as long as you can understand the process, you can make very good decisions on taking care of your healthcare needs and make sure that you're in a good place to make the transition to Medicare from just disability. Okay. Next slide I have here is, oh, did it go? Sorry. There we go. Technical difficulties. Okay. So these are things that I put the tagline at the top because it's the truth and that's how I really feel about a lot of things that are free. When's the last time you got something great for truly nothing? Because everything has a cost. Even if it's free, some things that are really awesome that you get for free cost you big time on the back end, okay? So just beware of that. I'm not telling you that this is wrong, but again, you're going to hear me say it more than once. Make educated decisions. Know what you're signing up for. Because something that doesn't cost you anything may not work for your needs. You have to know what its limitations are, why that it doesn't cost you anything in the beginning, what's it going to cost me on the back end. Just make educated decisions. The next point is the doctor networks play a big part in making decisions for these freebie plans or the refund style plans. Okay, You heard me say it just a few minutes ago. My doctor may or may not accept this plan, okay? Don't get hung up on that it's free. That is the biggest problem with the doctor network. You don't check the doctor network very diligently, and then the doctors can come in and out of network for those types of plans every 30 days. That is something that holds a lot of weight, okay? 30 days ago, I went to the doctor and everything was fine. I just went to the doctor for I had a cold. Now he's not in network, and now I don't know what to do, okay? So that's a big part. Do your annual review, okay? These plans change every year. Don't just set it and forget it, okay? Medicare is not a thing that you can just set and forget. Every single year, the set it and forget it clients that have been forgotten by all of their other agents, I get some of those. On average, I save them just on their drug plan, which doesn't cost anything to review. It's always something you should do. On average, save them $1,200 for the year. Okay, that's just on average. Some of them are $7,000, $5,000. Don't set it and forget it. The next one is the free upfront in the costly event that you really might need it. Okay, is it free in the front? And then what if you really might need it? This goes back to the my neighbor said it's the best plan situation. Okay, it may be free up front, but if you got diagnosed with cancer, God forbid, it's going to cost you up to $20,000 just in medication to get the medication that you need now, because you can't make a switch in a last minute decision. You have things that you need to take care of other than changing your health insurance at the last minute. Okay. The free drug coverage. I like to think of this as the one size fit all coverage. You know, one size fit all t-shirt doesn't fit everybody. Okay, the same thing works with Medicare, drug coverage, and your medical coverage. All right. Again, make educated decisions. I can't say that enough. Make sure you make educated decisions in an annual review. All right. Now, commissions. This is kind of how does this guy get paid whenever he comes to your house, you know? Okay, so this is kind of the dirty word for insurance agents and advisors. I know you're only doing this for a commission. If you have an insurance salesman at your house, you're right. He's only there for a commission, and as long as he makes a sale, it does not matter to him what he's selling you, as long as he can close the deal and walk out the door. The next point is beware of the free obligation gimmick. Okay? Every time you sit down with a client, or an insurance advisor or agent sits down with a client, it's free. He cannot legally charge you a consulting fee for insurance. If he tells you he's charging you a consulting fee, then we need to report him right away. Okay? It should always be free. You should always have a good advocate in your insurance agent. Next one is agents only make a commission fee or he or she sells a policy. I just kind of touched on this, but that's important for you to know, because if he's really, really pushing you on a specific policy, he's only doing it because he or she needs to make a commission. And the reason that they do that is because they have to make a living like everyone else, but they're not looking for your best interest. This is always something that you need to watch out for. Just be leery of it. The next point I want to make is, what is churning? That is an insurance term for selling for the sake of making a commission and making a commission only, or changing out a policy that is of similar value to the client, to almost exactly the same product with another company, just for the sake to make a commission. That is a legal term, and it is absolutely unethical and illegal in the insurance industry. okay? The third thing I want to touch on is use an independent agent. And the reason why is because they're more likely, and the majority of them are less likely to be a insurance salesman. They're going to be an agent, they're going to be an advocate for you, they're going to look out for your best interest, they're going to help guide you through the process and help you select what you need and not sell you, okay? It's very important, and they're going to walk you through your needs. They're going to come back to see you because they build relationships instead of selling you a policy and walking out the door and not being your representative anymore. So those are just some of the big considerations for Medicare insurance agents and advisors that I want to touch on for Senior Safe, because they are something that I run across all of the time, and I can't express enough how frustrating it is to walk into a client or to a potential client's home and see that they've been taken advantage of and they've been paying 10 times as much for a service that could have been costing them next to nothing, just for the sheer fact that the agent or salesman wanted to make the commission. So that's all I have for Medicare.